Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you as always for joining me along my journey, and if you're new to the channel, then please make sure you hit that bell notification and the subscription button so that you can stay up to date with all future content. Now, in today's video, I am going to be reviewing for you what I have now found to be the worst whiskey that I have tried so far. For a long time now, that title and crown belong to the Lefroy Four Oak, but that this stuff to me at the moment makes the Lefroy Four Oak taste like gold. So, without further ado, let's get on with this. Sorry, I've got a lot of background noise going on at the moment today. Cookie is talking, as you can hear, as he normally does, but I've also got a lot of planes flying over at the moment for some reason, and yeah. So, okay, so a little bit of information with this one. So, this has been released by like the Raasay distillery. As far as I know, this is not officially theirs. It is an independent bottling that they have put out while they are waiting for their actual original product to be ready. Obviously, for Scotch whiskey, 3 years is the minimum age for the spirit to be legally called whiskey. So in the meantime, while we are waiting, they have put out this independent bottling. So it is a lightly peated, and it has also been finished in Tuscan red wine casks. I believe they use a Cabernet Sauvignon and a Cabernet Franc cask as well. Bottled at 46% ABV, which is a good thing. I always do quite enjoy that ABV level. Natural colored and also non-chill filtered, so they're starting off right. They've got, like, I guess, that transparency going on there. They're stating that really it's not their own product, and also going for giving us, I guess, the whiskey nerds in general, that type of information that we like, that non-chill filtered and also natural coloring and all that kind of thing. All right, I guess that's probably where the positivity ends, and excuse me, let's get on with the review. So, on the nose, it's not really, I guess, nice of me to say, but one of the first things that I picked up when I first opened the bottle was wet dog, mixed with a combination of the Springfield tire fire. It has a very strong, like, burning rubber scent to it, and I guess to top it off, it's got this sweet and pungent element to it that really the only way I can kind of describe it is like the smell of like a urinal cake in like a dirty public bathroom. I really do not like to say that about, I guess, like the hard work that people have put into producing whiskey. And normally I'm not one that always likes to put out like negative comments for the reviews, but say for this one, it just does not hold anything like really positive for me. And normally I will try to sway the review to an audience that I think will enjoy it, but honestly, I guess for the people that I know, I can't think of anybody that would actually enjoy this whiskey. And funnily enough, there are a lot of people. I mean, I have been watching some other people's reviews on this, and there are quite a lot of people that enjoy it. So good on you. I'm glad that you like it, but for me, this is just something that I can't really get into, and it's going to be something that I don't know how I'm going to be able to finish it. But, well, let's see. But besides those horrid notes, let's try and get something a bit more constructive going, and let's see what else I can get from this. So it is lightly peated. it does have that peat element there. There is also a touch of saltiness that you generally expect from like an island whiskey. You do notice the wine cask influence, but it does not, for me, this does not influence the spirit nicely at all. I think something more like a tawny or a sherry cask probably would have been a lot more beneficial. I don't think that a Cab Sav or the Cab Franc, just for some reason those are not complementing the spirit. One thing that I am kind of enjoying from it at the moment is the maltiness there. The notes of the malt itself are quite pleasant, but everything else going around it just does not, they do not complete each other at all. It feels like everything is fighting for attention. There's no real balance. You get your typical berry notes that you would normally get from a wine cask influence. So I think like strawberries, blackberries. I'm also getting honey, vanilla, touch of pepper, but you really got to dig for it. Stewed fruits. That's probably one of the most like dominant features of it as well. Is a lot of stewed dried fruit. So think things like raisins, figs, pears, and apples. There is a lot going on. There is a lot you can dig from it. So I guess it's one of those things that if I do put a positive spin on it, it is an educational whiskey, I suppose. There is a lot that you can get from it. But let's move on to the palate and let's see what I can dig out for you. So cheers. Pray for me. It's rough. It does have somewhat of a decent mouthfeel. It's thick and syrupy, but then you kind of get this overwhelming sweetness to it as well that's mixed in with like a cigar ash. Still quite fruity, again, apples, pears. More of those stewed fruit notes as well coming through. So again, your figs, raisins. There are some notes of this that are kind of sway it a bit more to like a sherry style of whiskey. What else? It's quite oaky. Uh, yeah, so you got quite a lot of the oak influence coming in from the cask. What else is there again? Vanilla, honey, caramel. Again, that saltiness is there. You have quite a lot of brine, which again, characteristic of an island peated whiskey. Um, Now I'm starting to get like a damp cardboard note as well. It's kind of very stale, very funky. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I'm just torturing myself right here. Again, I mentioned the ash. It is quite ashy, very dry. Again, I'm getting that. It hurts me to say, really. I am getting this like just a constant like note of wet dog. I don't know, kind of like a taste of like wet dog and shampoo. I don't know, man. This thing is weird. It's and not weird in a good way either. I've had weird whiskies before, and weird in a good way. There's something about it that just makes it really enjoyable. There's something about them that all the notes that you get from it, they just combine together. And it creates like a harmonious balance. But for me in this, there is just no balance. It's just, flavor after flavor after flavor that just does not combine well with each other at all. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. The finish, surprisingly, is quite friendly, but again, you're getting much of those returning notes. I think one thing that has to really put me off about this is that the distillery was happy enough to release this as an independent bottling before they've actually put out their own product. And unfortunately for me now, I think if this is what they're happy with to put out, it's really going to put me off anyway of wanting to try their official releases. And I know that is a bad attitude to have. And look, I still do want to try what they have, but after trying this, I'm definitely going to be looking for other things. Now, I paid, I think, was it about 64, say mid 60s, about say mid $60 for this. And not long ago, I actually tried a peated blended whiskey for probably about $30 cheaper, which again wasn't amazing, but it wasn't horrible either. And I would still rather have 5 bottles of that sitting on my shelf than this thing right here. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I don't know how the hell I'm going to be able to get rid of or go through all of this, but I will put this idea out there. In the description box, I will put my email. If there are any Australian whiskey tubers out there that are watching this video and you haven't tried this yet and you would like to give it a go, hit me up with an email. I'll be more than happy to send you a sample of this. I would like to, and I would love to know other people's opinions. Like I said, for me, this just does not agree with me at all. But you never know. There are other people out there that really enjoy it. I would like to know, also I would like to find more people who enjoy it. And I would also like to hear more opinions of those who haven't enjoyed it as well. So, yeah, that's it. I've never really done this before. I do normally like to try to finish a whiskey in a review, but in this instance, it's going over the shoulder. As disrespectful as that is, and I apologize to the people at Raasay, but I can't finish it. I'm going to leave it at that. My name is Andrew, and I shall see you all again on the next video. KIPPIS.